Hello, it's day 4 of the challenge and it's all about mindset. So I'm just waiting for everyone to hop on. And yeah, I'm excited for today's training. And it's so much fun seeing everybody's self portraits. It's really great to see you guys putting yourselves out there and trying. And I'm already seeing an improvement. So this is good. So I can't wait to actually critique the pictures again. I think you guys like that. So, and for those of you watching the replay, you can join the Facebook group so you can partake in the challenge if you want. If not, that's okay. You don't have to. Um, so we're just waiting for everyone to log on to start. Hello, how are you? And on Monday, we will do the last training. I can't believe we're on day 4 already. Time is flying. Hello, Dache. How are you today? Hello, Petra. It's so fun seeing everybody's photos. I love it. Yeah, time is flying. I know, this week went by really quick. So Monday will be the last training. Yes. I'm just waiting for everybody to hop on and then we'll start. At least here it's really sunny and beautiful outside. So it's starting to feel like spring finally. And it's Friday. So I'm looking forward to having a little time to chill out and relax for a little bit. I hope everybody had a good week. And also, as for the challenge, you can take your time if you need to take some more photos of yourself later. You can share it by Monday, because Monday I will announce the winner. Hello. Says Facebook user, so I don't know who you are, but hi, welcome. Oh, you went swimming in the cold water. Well, I hear it's good for you. I've never done it. I don't think I can do it. But I should try it once. I tried once, but I could only stick my feet in, so. Hi, Kaylin. It's Friday, and I'm looking forward to it, to just relaxing. Tomorrow is a Swedish Mellow Festival. It's like a big show here. So my kids are excited about that this weekend. Yeah, I should try getting in the cold water. I'm like a cat, though. I don't like being in cold water. Awesome. Well, I'm just waiting for a little bit longer for everyone to show up, and then we'll start. Yeah, I'm like a cat. I really don't like being cold. I'm always freezing, even in the summer. My husband, he thinks I'm crazy because, like, in the summertime, he thinks the water is perfect here in Sweden, and I'm always ice cold. I'm like, it's too cold for me. So I like warm water. But there are health benefits, right? So great. So I'm just waiting a little bit longer. I know I have this shirt that says Frenchie on it. I I love animals. Um my husband calls me the animal whisperer, so I can talk to all animals. It's weird. I don't know what it is, but I've been able to have conversations with squids, and it's so weird. I went to the Maldives for my honeymoon with my husband, and there was a pack of squids that would come to our deck every day. Like, and every time my husband would like come down and get close, they would take off. And so he was like, "Let me see if they stay, if it's just you." And so I would just go down there and they would hang out with me. It was the most bizarre thing. And they would just like float around and like look at me. It was really strange. And then my husband would come back and then they'd take off. So, but I have this stuff happen to me all the time. So, me and animals were friends. Hello, Effie. All right, well, let's get started. I know it's 3 o'clock again, and we'll just see who hops on in the middle. But yeah, today is all about mindset and getting ourselves past the feeling of holding ourselves back from showing up in our business and, putting ourselves out there. So I just want to say that I'm not a therapist. So these are just my own tips for mindset and getting over, some ways that, you're being held back and how you can work through it. But yeah. All right. Are you guys ready for today's training? All right. So today we are talking about mindset, and it's day 4 of the Selfies to Profit Challenge, where you're going to grow your visibility, build trust, and get booked. If you are late to the challenge, make sure you download the workbook so that you can follow along for the next couple days. I'm going to keep these videos up for till Friday, so you still have time to go through everything. And if you need to watch, any other day over again just to catch up, see if you missed anything. But I'll take it down probably Friday next week. So you have time to catch up and you have time to do the homework if you weren't able to do it during the week, okay? So today we're talking about mindset for growth. So, like I said, follow along with the workbook and just participate in all the challenges to win the selfie kit and be prepared to learn about getting visible. Um, so, we're talking about overcoming the fear of being seen. I'm just curious, do you guys feel like you hold yourself back on being visible or allowing yourself to show up on social media or on video? Or are you actually showing up? Do you feel like you don't have this issue? I feel like this is a big issue that a lot of people hold back on. So I'm just curious, how do you feel about it? Let me know. There's, like I said, there's never a right or wrong answer here. It's just so I can understand where you're coming from as well. And yeah, so we can talk about it. I know some of you are just starting out in business as well, so maybe you haven't had time to actually try. So I know that I had a lot of mindset things, and I'm going to actually tell you about my mindset problems and share how I overcome my own issues. Um, because this is the only way I can give you examples. I'm showing up, just starting with video. Lives is a bit nervous. Yep, definitely. I remember trying to do lives in the beginning of this idea of what I wanted to do with my business. And I think a lot of the time I was like too afraid to press the live button because I was afraid of like what would happen. And now I'm showing up live. So I still get nervous, but the more I keep doing it, the easier it does get. Um, and now I'm like, okay, I'm just hanging out with a bunch of girlfriends here who are, wanting to get help, right? So knowing that I'm here as a guide is always going to help me feel a little bit better, right? So, okay. So it's usually ourselves that holds ourselves back most of the time. And maybe some of you are better at just like getting over things, but some of us have things that we have to actually work through to move forward. So, I'm going to share some of my mindset blocks that I've had so that maybe you can find what yours are. Um, and maybe you won't even realize that you have them. And then maybe it'll be something that you're like, oh, maybe this is my block. I don't know. So, let's see. So, our past can be the mindset block that holds us back. So, I'm going to share one that was a big one for me. And I feel like I'm not smart enough because I was held back in first grade. I know this is something that was from a long time ago. Now I don't feel that way as much, but I had that that was carried through most of my life because of this experience. So, just to give you some context about my background, my mom is from Peru and my dad's American. I was born in America, but my father left when I was 5. So basically, my mom was left to care for me by herself. And so she was speaking to me in Spanish the whole time. And even though I had been around like listening to English, my English wasn't good enough to move forward in first grade. And because of that, I had all of the kids that were in my first grade class with me moved to the next level. And they were always going to be ahead of me, right? Until after high school. So basically, I had to see them always the next year and the next year, always ahead of me. And I stayed behind because of my language barrier. And maybe that was something that was good for me, but I always hated that, right? So I had this mindset block that I'm just not smart enough. I'm not worthy enough. Like I really held that like idea in my head that like gosh, I must be stupid while like these other kids are smart enough to go to the next level. And on top of that, I had a girl that was in my class who also spoke Spanish, who had this like Spanish background, turned around and like pointed at me and laughed at me when we were in school and just was like, ha 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 ha, you get to stay back a year. And like those are things that, stick with you and are like things that can be shameful. So I carried about I carried this around for a long time, and it was a bit of a shameful thing for me and an embarrassment. Because like, when the other class is ahead of you, you're still like going into the next level, right? And in Illinois, where I'm from, it was from kindergarten to eighth grade, and then eighth grade to your senior year of high school. And since I went to a special school that we all went in the same class till high school. So I literally had to live with that for a very long time. So I always played kind of like this airhead role. And I did it on purpose sometimes because I felt like I played myself down. So somebody's asking a question. I was shy, uncomfortable on camera and video. Who am I to be the expert? Yeah. Who am I to be the expert? Yeah. So these are things that like hold us back, right? So if you've had something that's happened in your life, you can always go back and work through these mindset blocks and move forward, right? So this was one that was a big one for me. But um, I've now changed my mindset around this, and I know that I have something worthy to say. I mean, there's so many other things that we like go through in our lives, right? That can lead us to feeling a sense of lack of or not being good enough, smart enough, sh- rich enough, thin enough, pretty enough, young enough. There's so many different things. So we have to like know that we have to work through these things, right? Okay. And then, usually it's like worrying about what others think of us. And I'm sharing this because I put out some ads to get people to sign up for the challenge. And, you know, I didn't really think that I would have anybody like putting like crying faces down here in the, in the bottom here reacting to the ad. But there's always going to be a hater, somebody who doesn't like what you're doing or thinks what you're doing is stupid. Um, and those are things that can make you stop and be like, oh, what am I doing? Is this pointless? Like, really, who really wants to learn how to take photos for their business? Like, maybe I should just stop, right? So those are things that like can make people just not move forward in their business. And so when we worry about what others think of us, it can stop us. But we have to push forward because, if not, you guys wouldn't be here, right? And I'm here for the ones that want to be here. And there's always going to be a hater. So we just have to know that, we can't control these things, but we can control ourselves, right? On what we think of ourselves and have confidence. And so when we learn to work through it, you can change from the inside out, right? Working on your mindset and just having more confidence in yourself and just know that, like, I'm here for something else. And I want you guys to think of this as yourself being bigger than what you're actually doing, right? Because if you have a business and what you're doing um, affects other people in a positive way, you are impacting the world in a positive way. And we all need more positivity in the world. And helping others is what's going to, make you feel better, right? I mean, I feel better knowing that I'm helping you guys and I have my purpose. And so think of yourself as something bigger and that you are here for your own purpose. We all have different roles in the world that help other people. And so if we hold ourselves back and people don't know that we exist, right, that we're not there, then how can we make an impact in the world? It helps me think of what I aspire to become. And I think of that. Yeah. And think from that place. Yes. Good. Yeah, definitely. We have to think about our purpose, and the purpose is what I said in day one. It's everything. It's the biggest part of brand building and owning your business or being a thought leader, whatever it is that you're trying to do with your personal brand. And having grit is going to keep you going, right? It's going to be that thing that no matter what goes wrong, is going to keep you going. And grit is everything, right? A lot of businesses fail. Um, and it's usually because they just give up. But you have to go through a lot of like hard stuff in your life, and not giving up is going to be the thing that keeps you going, right? And so what is grit? I decided to put this as a definition here because not everybody speaks English like very well. So grit is passion and persistence applied towards long-term achievement with no particular concern for rewards or recognition. So really, when you do what you love with passion and what you feel excited about, helping others with, um, it's not for the reward or the recognition. You just keep doing it because it's something that excites you and makes you passionate, right? And that's going to keep you going and not give up. So, how do we shift our mindset to get through the self doubt and the feeling that we're not worthy of showing up, or who even wants to buy what I have to offer? And usually it's simple, right? It's journaling it out, writing out how you feel and just like release it and let it go. Get a biz bestie, somebody who actually understands what it's like to be in business. Get a therapist. There's nothing wrong with getting somebody to talk to that is trained to help others. I don't know what you've gone through in your life. Maybe you've gone through something traumatic. I don't know, but having a therapist will help you. Or get a business coach. A business coach can help guide you and lead you on the path that you're on. So that can help as well. So there are different things that you can do to move through your blocks that you may have. And then I want you to write down how you feel about getting visible and really just write it out. Say, okay, what are the things? Just list it. You don't have to like write out a paragraph unless you want to, but list out the things that you think that are holding you back from maybe showing up in pictures or showing up on social, on video, and just see like what is it that you feel afraid to do? And then ask yourself, is this true? Right? Do I have proof that this is true about like how I'm feeling? And like, how can you shift those negative thoughts into a positive one so that you can reframe the way you're thinking? Okay. And then ask yourself, what would happen if you put yourself out there? What would happen? What if it's not a negative response? What if it's a positive one? So just think of those things and ask yourself, what can happen? What's the worst thing that can happen? Right? Putting an ad out and getting people laughing at you, maybe. And just know that you can mute people. Okay. So I want to tell you a story. My brother, I have an older brother. He's 4 years older than me. He's always been like the big brother, the one that sees everything, that knows everything that's going on, follows you and listens. Like, I don't know. I don't even know how he would find out things in when I was in high school and he was in college. So I have an older brother who still likes to do that. He likes to see what I'm up to. And so on Instagram, on wherever, he would be following me, which is fine, but I was not showing up. I was not putting myself out there. I was like, gosh, people are following me. My family's following me. My mom's following me, my brother, my cousins. Gosh, what are they going to think of me? Like, they must think I'm silly for like even putting myself out here like this. Like, because they don't do that, right? They have like a normal job or a job where they don't have to use social media to get visibility, to get more people to know about them. They have no idea what it's like to be in this kind of minds, like this world. I just muted them. Like on Instagram, you can actually keep people following you but mute them and not allow them to see things. And so that's what I did. I muted my brother. He's been canceled. No, but I had to do it because I knew that that was what was stopping me from actually showing up in my stories, talking into my phone, and actually connecting with people. And that really made a huge difference. So I had to do what I needed to do. So don't be afraid to block people and remove people from your life that maybe don't serve you or who bring you down and make you feel bad or who don't even like understand what you're even doing, because those are people who are not going to uplift you and say, good job. So just know that you can be in control of this and choose to have people in your life that are going to be supportive. Okay. Have you ever muted anybody on your social media? Because I was like, "Oh gosh, my brother's gonna know." But I just was like, "I need to do this." So, I also ask myself, how much success do I allow to me to have? How much joy, abundance, accomplishment? Yeah, how much success are you willing to allow yourself to have? And what is success to you? Because success can be different for other people. And so you need to know what you feel is success and what do you want? I mean, you don't have to share everything on social media. Colleagues, yes. Yeah, they don't get it. But trust me, you might be surprised that they're actually inspired by you and maybe wish that they were able to do what you do. Um, so our fear of what others think definitely stops us. And just imagine though, like, what if what you're like putting out there is inspiring or entertaining people or giving somebody hope or tips, right? I blocked half of our village. Yeah, but you have to do what you feel like you need to do, right? And if that's going to keep you moving forward, then do what you need to do. It's okay. Yeah. No, not yet for business, but for private matters. Yeah. Well, this is the thing though, like um when we share, I mean, you get to choose what you share online. I have my kids. I don't show them all the time. I occasionally show them, but I still get a little bit worried sometimes that I put too much of them. And so I try not to. But I do want to connect with other people and feel like a real person instead of only keeping it business. So you have to choose what you allow others to see, and that's up to you. Um, I mean, I see so many people that are very open with their kids, and they have huge followings, and they're really like they don't care. They even show themselves like in bras and underwear, and I don't go that far, but they're fearless. So, but yeah, just work through, okay, so if my colleagues see me, what are they gonna think? Now, I don't really know what you're trying to do with your personal brand if you want to, but, but really in the end, like, um, you have to kind of figure out, like, what do you wanna do with your personal brand? Are you trying to sell something or get more eyes on your products or get people to know about you? But just know that, and I'm going to talk about this on Monday about like why your personal brand is the future. Um, it there are so many people out there right now who don't even have like a profile at all online, but you can. Everybody's going to have a personal brand in the next 10 years, pretty much, and it's going to be normal. So just know that it's people are just going to get used to having an online presence. So, um, yeah, don't be afraid to put yourself out there. But as long as you know what you're trying to do and why you're being like putting yourself out there, it's going to make it easier to be visible, right? As long as you have your purpose. So, what is the purpose? And mine is to showcase my work, my photography, but also help entrepreneurs to show up in their business by teaching them how to take their own photos. So I have to put myself out on Instagram and on social media to get clients to know who I am, so that I can also help them, right? But if I'm not showing up and showing my pictures and what I can do, I won't be able to help anybody, and that doesn't help anyone. So, okay. So, like I said, surround yourself with people who understand what you're going through, right? Having go to like networking events, be around people who know what it's like to have an online presence. Um, but the more you do it, the more you start building your personal brand, it's just going to be natural. And yeah, it's not going to be that scary, but you have to work through what's holding yourself back. And I don't know what that is, but like I said, talking it out with a girlfriend is, you know, you might even be surprised. They might tell you what they really think. They might be like, wow, whatever you're doing, I see it. It's so cool. Like, I wish I could do that. Okay. And like I said, go back to your why. Oh, I wish I had to download this out as a PDF to share this, but it was a GIF. Okay. Anyways, go back to your why. If you haven't seen Working Moms, if you're a parent, you have to watch it. It's so funny. But go back to your why and your purpose, because that's going to be the reason why you show up for what you do and what you're trying to achieve. All right. So always go back to that. If you feel like you get lost on the way, sometimes we have to go back and think, okay, why am I doing this? Why am I here? What is the purpose of me having my business? Or what is the purpose of me trying to build this idea? So always go back to that. And so because I've allowed myself to be seen, I've booked customers on Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. I was contacted and featured on the Today Show. I was able to showcase my work. I built my credibility. I built trust with my audience. I've worked with an international community. and I've helped other entrepreneurs build their personal brand. Okay. And I want to talk about this photo of me on the Today Show because I almost didn't do it. um, I was contacted, I have two Instagrams, um, and this was through my photography one. So, you guys, I don't know if you're following me on Branding with Jess, but I also have Jessica Hanlon Photography. And they contacted me, and I was like, is this a joke? Like, why do they want to talk to me? Why do they even want to hear what I have to say? I mean, and so I read the message and I was like, this is really interesting. Like, let me follow through with this, you know? Let me see what this person has to say. And in the end, it was legit. But at first, I was like, this is a joke, right? Because there's scammers on Instagram. And so I was like, okay, they want to interview me. So I did the first round interview, and then they were like, great, we would like to have you on the show. So um, I started really freaking out. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be on like national TV in America, and everybody's going to see me. How am I going to do this? Like, I'm horrible on video. I'm so like bad at speaking. Like, what do they want to even hear me? And so I almost said no, but then I was like, no, if I'm scared, I'm going to do it because this is the only way I'm going to push myself to do something. And after this aired on national TV, I had so many of my friends and my family contacting me, and they were like, "Oh my god, I saw you on TV. Like, how cool. And like you were so good and natural on video." And I was like, "I was?" Because the whole time I was like so nervous. I was trembling. And you know what I did? I sat in front of my laptop for an hour before this thing like started, and I kept repeating in my head what I wanted to say because I was so afraid that I was going to mess up everything. And so what I want to say is your mindset can really like mess with you and can stop you from opportunities coming your way, right? So don't be afraid to step in and like do things that are scary because it's only going to move you forward. But I can tell you that I've had so many more opportunities open up for me just from social media. I mean, I had Spotify contact me and ask me to do market research and got paid for it. Random things that you would never even imagine. So putting yourself out there and showing like that they want to like people will be willing to invest in you because they feel like you are somebody that will show up and be trustworthy. um and even the Today Show asked me to create content for them, so I actually filmed video for them to tell this story from this Swedish miss word, and just like describe my version of it. So I just want you to know that, like, when you do put yourself out there, the doors of different opportunities will open up that you may not even know that are there. So don't be afraid to to put yourself out there, to allow yourself to be seen, and work through those mindset blocks that might be holding you back. Okay. I don't know if any of you are using like Instagram that much, or have you ever had any really cool experiences? Like anything happen, like any contacts, cool things that opened up for you just from showing up? Or I'm curious because I mean, I've had a lot of things come up and it's been really great. So just imagine like what could happen for you if you show up. The universe always has better plans for us. Yes. To be open and overcome our mindset blocks. Yeah. Yeah. I definitely believe that the universe will always provide and open up new opportunities. Um, I think that that is a key takeaway. So, yeah, surprises will always happen, especially if you are living in your purpose, right? When you're super clear about what you want and desire and create synergies. Yes. Yes, I got a new crock pot sent to me because I always show how I cook with mine. That's amazing. That's a gift, right? So that's great, Kaylin. So think about how many more gifts can I receive from being on social media, right? Just allow yourself to open the doors to receiving and being open to what can happen. That's like the coolest part. And as long as you're being authentic and in truth of what you're trying to do with your business or your personal brand, like the most amazing things can happen. Okay. And just know as a business owner, you will always learn or you'll learn how to own your greatness as you go through your journey. Okay. So, um, the more you do it, like I said, practice is everything. Practice going live, practice with your photos, practice your pitching. Somebody's, I made Facebook once and received a lot of inspiring feedback and sharing their stories from people I didn't expect. Yes. So our own fears will hold us back and we think that everybody's going to laugh at us or make us feel bad, but in the end it's usually the opposite, right? So like even my brother contacted me from watching me on the Today Show and he was like, wow, how'd you get so good on camera? Like, how are you so like good at speaking on video? And I was like, I don't know. I never talk on video. I rarely do lives. But so you never know like the reaction that people will have when they see you. You might be inspiring others to show up or yeah, whatever it is that you're trying to help people with. So just remember that this is something that you can change and that you can work through. And so I want you guys to do the homework from like figuring it out, like what is it that is holding me back and reframe it. So maybe we can all get some more crock pots if we show up using our crock pots. It's the same thing. So I need to maybe do some more videos of me using my camera so I can get a free camera. But it's amazing, right? So I'm gonna call that into the universe for me and say, I want another camera. But yeah, so when we show up, we are helping other people and we're in purpose and being strategic so we can also live within our dreams, right? Because what I want is for women to be able to earn a living and to get themselves put out there so that they can also earn money, right? When you show up and tell people about your products and your services, um, it's going to help you to earn money. And yes, money is a part of the outcome, but when you earn the money, you can actually do more good and like go out and do more things for other people, right? You can donate money, you can maybe give your own time. So these are just different ways to get past these mindset blocks. So, how do you guys feel about the mindset part? Yes, good idea. We all could use a camera to. Yes. I know I need to do more camera tutorials. But yeah, that's what I need to do to get this camera now. So, but today's training isn't super long because it's really about like shifting the mindset. And like I said, with my story, I had to work through different things. And I, of course, had more than just those two. But, we all have maybe other like wounds or things that um, we think are holding us back. So, yeah. Even like being overweight, like if you personally feel like you've gained weight, sometimes that will lower your confidence. Like, for instance, I went to have a coffee with a friend. I even shared this in my Instagram and I shared this in my newsletter, but I went with a friend to get some coffee and we were in this really cute cafe and, it was around December. I had put on some weight after eating too many like Christmas cookies and things. And I just wasn't feeling like very 100% about myself personally. Uh, so when I saw my friend was trying to like snap a picture, I got like weird and I was like, holy crap, I'm like trying to teach this and I'm getting like, self-conscious. And it is sometimes the mindset that can like mess with us, right? It can mess with our confidence, it can mess with the way we feel and how we feel about ourselves. So, um, mindset is pretty much everything when it comes to showing up in your business and just showing up in life, right? So, if you feel bad about yourself, go work out, try to eat differently. There's always a way to fix the issue. Okay. So, your homework will be to just try again, keep taking your selfies and see like what can you do that's a little bit different. Push yourself a little bit to try something new. And tell us how like you've shifted your mindset. If you don't want to share the like a personal story, fine. Find a way to just share something, and um, and then we can all take a look at those in the feed, and then make sure you tag me and boss up your selfie. And Monday, I'm going to pick the winner for the challenge. So you have the weekend to do the homework. So you don't have to do it right now. You can do it over the weekend if you need to. But on Monday, um, I will go through and see who's like shared their selfie, and whoever has done the four, I'll put it in a bowl and just pick from the bowl. Okay. And so Monday, you don't want to miss Monday. Please be there live because I'm going to tell you a little bit about why branding is the future. And then I wanted to tell you guys about how I can help you further because this is almost the end of the challenge. And I'll have like something special for you guys. So please show up live so you can join in. Um, Dacha says, IMO, mindset is most important and hardest to fix in the whole journey. Yes, it is. And that's why, like, writing things out sometimes can help you to just work through asking yourself, is this true about myself? Is this true in general about like anything that you're feeling? And then try to find a way to take the negative and turn it into a positive, um, because we're always going to be working on our personal self. And I think self development is key. Um, so if you want to go further in life and in business or whatever, you're going to have to like just challenge yourself to move forward. Um, and really, ultimately, it's on you. It's the person that needs to do the work, right? You need to do the work because anybody can give you the guidance and tell you how to do something. But if you're not willing to put in the work or to take those chances and move forward, you'll stay behind while others will move forward. And you don't want to be like the first grader me, staying behind while all the other kids are moving forward. But yeah, so that was today's training. And really, um, the mindset stuff, it's going to be something that you'll have to work through most of your life anyways. So knowing how to deal with it by just taking these tools to work through the mindset shifts will help you with anything. So do you have time to do some feedback? Love to get your eyes on it. Yeah, of course. I can go in here and share my screen. Let's see. 1 second. Window. All right. Share. All right. Oh, look how I'm sitting in this freeze. Okay, let's go to the photos. I love seeing everybody's photos, you guys. This is really fun. So we have some new ones today. So we're going to go with Jenny. Hello, Jenny. I don't know. Are you on the call live? Um, so I like the lighting here. I think what you could have done is I feel like there's a lot of things happening now because your knee is up and your arm is there. So I think you could have maybe worked on the pose just a little bit. And I see that the light is really nice here. So if you were, I don't know how much space you have, but on the side here is like the light. So if you were to turn your face to the light, to the window, we would be able to see your face a little bit, and you wouldn't look so scrunched, right? So I would have found a little bit of a different pose for this one. And this is better, right? So now do you see how your body is like all scrunched up? So if you just bring, even like bringing the knee, this knee here, it looks really big, even though I know your knee isn't that big. If you would have just brought it down, maybe crossed your legs and then have the laptop on your lap, and then turn your body more to the light so we can see the light on your face. Um, is that you, Jenny? I only see Facebook user on my end. I don't StreamYard is weird. It doesn't always like show everybody's name. So yeah, I think that would be good. And then here, this is nice. I really like the pose here. A nice smile. And you see the light behind you. So I think this light here probably is very nice. So I would have, I don't know if the space allows you to do it, but um, if you would have turned around, that light there would have been probably very nice, soft light for you. But I like the pose, and I would have just brought your head not so to the side, but more centered. So good job. All right, we have Emma here, and I like the pose. I like you in action showing your book. Um, the light looks good here. And I think if you could have been like maybe even leaning back on the bed frame here. So if you would have like propped your pillows up and then had something to lean on, would have been nice as well. So it would have felt more natural. And then let's see, what's the next picture? Yeah, there you go. You did it. So I would have even like sat up a little bit higher, just a little bit higher on the pillow. So I would have propped the pillow up a little bit more, um, and sat up a little bit higher. But overall, I think that's good. You did a good job there. Then we have Dace, and nice. I like this picture. You with your cards, great. And I think this is a nice shot of you. And I almost wonder, like, what's on the other side of this right here, because the window is where you're going to get that nice soft light. So if you're facing the window, I don't know what's behind you though. So I don't know what the background looks like. Because right now the light is nice and soft, which is totally fine. The picture is great. But then we would have had your face more lit up if you would have just been turned around. But like I said, I don't know what the background is like, so that can be also limiting. But good job. And then we have Petra, and you are showing your face cream in action, which is great. Um, I like how you put this like little speckles here. So I think if you were to do it again, maybe work on the lines so they look like a little more smoother like this. But I think we get the picture. Um, so yeah, I think this one is nice. And then we have Marilyn here. And I think this is a nice picture. I would have maybe just brought down the camera a little bit because I feel like we're a little bit above you. So maybe bringing it down would have been just a little bit, I don't know, the perspective would change a little bit. And then you're cropping your head off here. So I guess leave some room so your head doesn't get cut off. And then we have Jehan. I hope I'm saying this right. And you have this really nice balcony light or light that's coming in, which is nice and soft. And it's nice pose. And yeah, I like the lower perspective here. So I think that's kind of fun. and makes it like a different view. And I would do one more thing. I would just work on like the mouth because it looks like you're pressed a lot. So maybe just soften the lips a little bit. And then, okay, so you put another one here. And this is nice as well. I would have like, um, I'll bring my phone up because it looks like you're kind of a little bit under. So just bringing it up a little bit. So we're not like too low, but just a little bit higher. And I would have probably closed this door back here just to take away the distraction. And then I would have tried to get the lines straight. And then we have Georgina. And this is a very nice shot. I think you did a very good job. The light looks great, and I like your pose. And the elephant with the plant, I think is very nice. And then we have Maritha. And don't worry if you're behind, you can still catch up over the weekend. Okay, you have time to catch up. I think this is very nice photo of you. I think your eyes look very nice and green. I just would have maybe straightened the camera a bit because it feels like I'm like this with you and pulled out a bit more so that we can see more of your face and not this big um, candle holder. Do you see how it's distracting? I would have removed it or moved or blocked it with my head. So that's what I would have done. And then we have Effie, and I love this candid moment. So this is really nice, and I like your pose here. Um, we have to be careful with the camera because sometimes what I said before, like whatever is closest to the camera will look big. And so your leg here looks very like bigger than it should, I think. So maybe elongating a little bit of the leg out so that it's out more instead of so pressed up. But I love that you tried to make it like a candid moment. And then is that it for now? Hold on. I think those are it for now. Um, yeah, did you guys enjoy the the critique today? It's not really a critique, it's just more like how can you make it better, right? Thank you. I have all windows around. Okay. Yeah, so the moment you face into the window light, it's going to brighten up the face. Anytime you're behind the light, it's going to give your face shadow, right? I asked you about the presets in my picture. Did you have some that can Yeah, so there are presets that you can find out there. There's lots of them all over the internet. So I have an online course that's called Boss Up Your Selfie, and I have presets that you get when you sign up for the course. Um, and those are presets that I tried to keep like very clean and easy for you to edit, so that like because I think I had shown a photo a while back of like photos, that are very dark and then how you can enhance it. I showed like I think it was on day 2 when we did the photos. Um, and I'll tell you a little bit more about my online course. I'll tell you about my online course on Monday if you want to learn more about it. But I'm going to do one last training, and then we'll do the drawing for the winner, and then I'll tell you about my online course as well. If you want to learn more about it. I created the course just so that you could learn more about building your brand and how to um, get yourself more visible. So basically, I made this course for entrepreneurs. So if you want to learn more about it, I'm going to talk about it on Monday, but we'll also do training. And then, yeah, if you want to move forward and learn more about this. Like this week, I only covered a little bit of what we have in the course. And so this is kind of a little sample of what I teach inside of my online course, Boss Up Your Selfie. So, um, yeah, but you can find presets all over the internet. I made presets. I even show you how to make your own presets in my online course because I realize that we all live in different places around the world. And whenever I have purchased my own, like if I've purchased presets and I feel like they never fully work out the way I want them to. So I learned to just make my own based off of where I am in the world because we have different lighting. So, like in California, you guys have like very different lighting than in Sweden. And so, when you can learn how to work with your space and edit your photo in that space so that you can always apply it, then you kind of create that consistency in your visuals, in your photos as well. So, but yeah, but you can just look up presets if you want to get into it. But you can learn more about it on Monday when I tell you guys about it. So, um, yes, in the stairs. I'm missing what I well, I don't remember what was yes in the stairs, but oh yes, yes in the stairs. Sorry, yes. The picture of me sitting on the stairs. Yeah. So I've seen so many people sharing very dark underlit photos that I purposefully took my own photo in a dark lit photo so that I could show you how it's enhanced, how you can elevate your picture. On Monday, I couldn't join the live. Hope it's not a problem for the challenge. No, you can still participate in all the challenges. I will tell you about my online course and I'll give you an offer for the call, like when you guys are live. And then afterwards, if you want to learn more, you can learn more about it later. But I will announce the winner on Monday. So you guys still have time to participate in the challenges. You have time over the weekend to make some photos. So, yeah, awesome. Do you guys have any questions? Any other questions? If not, it's Friday. Friday, and you get to take a weekend off. I don't know if you guys are very busy. Okay. So then you know what your homework is to one, catch up on the videos if you've missed them, participate to win, and that's it. So make sure you're sharing your takeaways from the challenges so that way we also know like what you're getting from the trainings. All right. Well, enjoy your weekend, and I look forward to seeing everybody else's photos. I will make a little post later and talk and tell everybody that they have the whole weekend to catch up with the videos and still participate if they want to. So, yeah, that's it. All right, everybody. I'll see you on Monday. Bye.